All right. I want to hear this story. All right. This is Dad talking about him going up to the school book depository after Kennedy was shot.
But from killing Lincoln, from O'Reilly's description of it in his book, Killing Lincoln, it's just exactly how I remember it. He was shot at 12:30. I was across the street from the library at Dallas Seminary, from the chapel at Dallas Seminary, in our little tiny apartment where we were living. I was cooking a fried egg sandwich, and I was watching My Little Margie on our little black and white TV, which is what I did every day. I'd come home and I'd make a little lunch, and I'd watch My Little Margie.
What's My Little Margie?
It's a TV program. It was a TV program with Gail Storm, starting Gail.
No digression.
Gail Storm. Okay, so I'm doing this, and all of a sudden, because we knew that Kennedy was going to be there that day,
and you decided not to go out and see.
Well, we weren't going. No, because I had classes that day and all. So we heard that Kennedy had been shot down, at the, I don't know whether they knew it, they didn't say the school depository, but at the Dealey Plaza or wherever it was down there. So I went, I turned the stove off, ran across back to the seminary. There were 3 other guys from and I could get those guys and because I remember a couple of them. Ron Ritchie was one of them, Jim Walters, and we said, let's go down, So we got in the car, drove down. It was bedlam. Mm-hmm. But we parked, and I don't know why we went up, but I mean there was just, there wasn't. This was by, before 1 o'clock. It was before 1 o'clock. So they didn't have time to get it roped off or anything. Mm-hmm. So we got out and we ran up into the school book depository.
How did you know to go in there, though? Why did you know that was significant?
I don't know, because people were pointing at the window. Because people were pointing up at the window. So we didn't have any sense.
So cops weren't already in there?
No, there was nobody.
Why did you go? Why did you decide to go up?
I can't remember all those details, but I do remember we went in and we ran up to the 6th floor.
What
I don't remember.
How did you know 6th floor?
Because we went up to the window where they were pointing. See, I was really dumb. It was a dumb thing to do,
Can you believe this?
Yeah. So then we went up, and what I wish I had, because he got off 3 shots.
So you go to the window where Oswald shot from.
Yes.
You're claiming you went to the window.
I was there, yeah. And the thing was that when you read the book, one of the shots totally missed Kennedy. The first one got him right through the. But he would have survived the first shot. It would have been pretty serious, but the third shot got him in the back.
Took off
blew off his head. Of course, I didn't have time. I didn't know what I was looking for, but wouldn't it have been amazing if I'd have found a shell?
Well, they probably were sitting there.
Well, I could have got one of the,
that's why.
But did you know that that's why people were pointing?
No, we didn't, because everybody's crazy. Everybody was crazy because the president had been shot. We didn't know at that point that we didn't know that he'd been killed. Well, they were all over.
Chaos.
Yeah, it was chaos. You have no idea. It was just unbelievable.
Well, so that's why they probably never did solve it, because you guys got up there and contaminated the scene.
Well, they did solve it.
You probably had your hands on the windowsill.
No, but then then O'Reilly tells about how Oswald, what he did after that, and within 45 minutes of shooting him, he killed Tippit, the police officer. Right. And then he ran into the theater, and that's where they got him. So it just brought back a lot of memories.
Now, did Tippit? Did they already have Oswald identified, and was Tippit?
Well, yeah, they had a description of him. Okay. And then, of course, he ran into the theater and he didn't pay, so that also.
Okay, so they knew he was in there.
So the ticket, whoever the ticket was, notified the police, so they knew that he was in there. But then it goes on and it talks about Jack Ruby, and about him killing Oswald. Yeah. So it's just fascinating.
So does O'Reilly talk about the 3 unknown seminary students who were seen in the...
No, he doesn't. See, that's why I would not say much about that, because it's incredulous. Nobody would believe it. Nobody would believe me. So I don't.
All right, this concludes Pastor Dave's story of killing Kennedy and his involvement in the conspiracy.
And of course.